I'll let me stop sharing and head back to it, ladies and gentlemen. So, but I like I said, I just wanted to get your thoughts on that. So glad we went over that real quick. Now, as y'all see, and I hate to halfway look at this banner because it's low key nostalgic for me now. Because when you look at Christian McCaffrey, and matter of fact, hold on, Ron, hold on, Martin. Let me run real quick and get my jersey. There we go. Boom. Although it's not his jersey, you know what I mean? We still represent Cam Newton out here. But what's your take on this CMC deal? Like, and I kind of want to start with the Panthers, right? Because we're obviously going through a rebuild. I think someone said retool the other day, and I'm like, no, champ, we need to go through a rebuild. Like, we had Cam Newton with the first pick, 2011, I want to say. And then ever since then, we've been kind of building around him. I thought we were going to pair him up with Christian McCaffrey. We lost Luke Kuechly. Like, we had three key players. I thought they could have actually won a Super Bowl at some point in time if everybody was healthy. What's your take on us? Like, should we go for a quarterback in this next draft? Because we did just draft Matt Corral, who was injured this season. So should we give him a shot, or should we go for another quarterback, or should we go for some weapons now and start to actually build our team, which is my personal answer. But I just wanted to hear your thoughts real quick.
Honestly, it depends on the position of the draft. I mean, if you're in position to get a Bryce Young, you should get Bryce Young, and then everything else needs to be the retooling. I mean, you still have DJ Moore, which is nice, but everything starts with the O-line. I mean, I know a lot of people like to make fun of the fat guys, but it really starts with us.
Right.
So if you are in a position to get a Bryce Young, because it's, a la Cam Newton, a la Mike Vick, a la Randall Cunningham, he's able to extend those plays. Mm-hmm. If you get him and the offensive line, that gives him time to not only learn, that gives him time so he doesn't get shell-shocked. A lot of times you might have a rookie QB and then the O-line is garbage, and then you end up like a David Carr, who talented person, but when you keep getting hit like that over and over at this level, it's gonna shell shock you a little bit. So I think that might be a way to go as well, because you also have tools on defense that they're getting their exposure now at feet wet. J.C. Horn and all of that, like those people, those are nice pieces to build around on the D. It's the offense. I mean, PJ Walker. I mean, hey, that was magnanimous what he did, but I and it's no disrespect to him, he's doing what he can do, but still a Bryce Young type of talent with an offensive line kind of built around them, those type of pieces, that'll take you a long way. Okay. Especially in the NFC South.
Okay. So what you're saying now, because I was thinking maybe we could wait for like Archie Manning in his draft class and just start stacking up pieces now. But you're saying Bryce Young. So are you saying that Bryce Young could be a starting caliber quarterback that could lead a franchise to the Super Bowl given the right pieces? That's your take on Bryce Young?
My take there is that you've already kind of done it with Cam Newton. You guys went all the way to the Super Bowl using a mobile QB, so you kind of already have a textbook example to study, case studies, what analysts do. You can sit him down and say, hey, look, we don't need you to be Cam Newton, right? But we just want some of the things that Cam Newton has, you already do. And then leaning on the strong defense. So when it comes to Arch Manning, that's more of a gamble, just because you don't know how the cookies lie the next year and the following year. If you have talent now, you take the talent. You take the talent now, unless you have a for sure shot, a lottery ticket shot that you're going to land at.
Okay. I will say, with the Bryce Young one, I got to look at more tape for Buddy, because like Cam Newton to me always seemed like a special talent, like physical specimen, 6'4", could run real well, could throw the ball decently, but like he really looked like a mobile running back at 6'4". A mobile QB who played like a running back at 6'4". So Bryce Young, he's 6 foot. I got to see how he shakes out. I don't know. I always got question marks around Alabama quarterbacks, but
I don't disagree with you there. I mean, they have a tendency to flame out. As you think about it, when you able to accumulate that much talent, of course you're gonna roll over everybody, so you don't get your flaws exposed.
Exactly.
But
to be fair, though, Jalen Hurts and Tua have been playing pretty well. So I mean, maybe there's some optimism there. Maybe there's some optimism there. But kind of switching off onto my Panthers now, because I know they don't want to talk about us a little more. We might have talked about us a little bit more if we had beaten the Falcons to get first place. I'm just saying, because now we would have been in the playoffs. But now we're not there, though, so the energy's kind of gone. And we can talk about the 49ers, though, because this 49ers team, I believe, and I was saying beforehand, the Eagles are the best team.
I won't say it. I just won't say it. I don't care. I won't say it.
But I got to say, I understand you. I understand. And to be fair, I do have y'all in the playoff hunt. I would actually show you like what my prediction like for the rest of the season is going to go like. But that we might have to save that. But what's your take on this 49ers team? Like, are you worried as a Cowboys fan? Because again, you're Cowboys, right? Stout defense. So
Always.
49ers. The offense. All right, you got Dak back. Like the wide receivers, they look like they're good right now. Well, I mean, the 49ers just got my boy Christian McCaffrey. They got Debo Samuels. Like they looking pretty. They got George Kittle over there, and they got porn star Jimmy G. Like, are you worried that this 49ers team can come out of the NFC? Is that what you're worried about? Like,
well, I'd say, I mean, only thing keep me up at night is Bills.
Really?
So
you're not worried about the Eagles either.
I'm not.
Okay. So 49ers and Eagles are not a worry for Panthers.
Because let me tell you why. First off, with the 49ers, there is a little concern there because we've still shown an inability to stop the run. We've like literally shown an inability to stop the run. However, I'm leaning on Dan Quinn to make those adjustments. One thing I will say that may harm the 49ers is that CMC's injury prone. I mean, he's been injury prone for quite some time. Also, I mean, we got Debo Samuel. Debo Samuels can tote the rock, but honestly, he probably might not want to handle that load as much. I mean, I know there was plans at some point with them talking about how the plans was for him to tote the rock less, and then there was controversy over that, and he didn't want to do that stuff anymore. So right now they have a two-headed dragon, and I expect them to do magnanimous things. However, health is wealth, like Pusha T said. I mean, like, if you can't be there, then you can't help your team. So I feel like for the 49ers, it all comes down to that. For the Eagles, we lost by 9. We were getting stroked. I honestly was about to cut the game, cut my TV off. I sat up there all day to watch our ass get kicked. I mean, I ain't seen an ass whooping like that since my mom whooped my ass when I was 12. Like, that's the last. So I was like, man, it's about to go the same way. But I mean, with Cooper Rush, we made it a game. We lost by 9. A loss is a loss. But I mean, we didn't even have Dak, and Dak is starting to get in rhythm. Yeah. With this offense going. So I'm not gonna worry about that. I know they got a acquisition with Robert Quinn. He's talented, but we're also starting to get some pieces back. And so with this bye week, got another week to get healthy, and we'll just see. I mean, we'll ride it till the brakes come off. Okay. Jerry Jones, I'm pissed at you, by the way. I just want to say it. Why the fuck didn't you make any moves? I mean, it's been over 20 years. I want something to be proud of when I wake up in the morning.
I mean, I don't look.
It was moves to be made. Claypool for a second.
Y'all team is good enough now, bro. Like y'all are fine now. Like you have the talent to win. Like you said, you got pieces back. So it's almost like, you know what? You made big acquisitions. You did what you did without Dak Prescott. Like maybe you don't need those tweaks that other teams need.
Everyone else it's like a nuclear arms race right now. I mean, Philadelphia, their roster's already set, yet they're still acquiring more pieces. In the NFC East.
Let me ask you this then. Only pick one person then. Who would you want realistically for the Cowboys to pick or to come onto your team so that now you can rival the 49ers and the Eagles?
I say realistic. I got like the crapshoot, but realistically, that Claypool trade was a nice trade. A second, toss a second, you get Claypool. That's automatically until Michael Gallup. He's still coming back from that injury. Yes, he's active, but he's still not the Michael Gallup that we're used to. Having Claypool, even if he's just running goals all day, a 6'4" vertical threat, that's taking the top off to open it up for CeeDee Lamb or the bootlegs or the play actions. For Dak, for Zeke, and for Pollard. I mean, that's just a nice weapon right there. And I really feel we may have shit the bed because a lot of times for my Cowboys, that second round pick, we kind of just put it in the can and take a shit on it. We take players that's injured. We might take players that not ready to go. So why not use that on a commodity that at least at some level has proven they can do some of the things that you need to do.
Okay. I got you. I'm going to be honest with you, champ. I don't know what y'all really can do. I have the 49ers favored coming out the NFC. Like, y'all can sneak out, so can the Eagles. But I don't know. These 49ers.
It's the arms race, brother.
It's going to be a good playoffs. That's what I'm waiting to see. And I also think, too, the Cardinals are going to try to make some noise. And Seahawks are randomly doing stuff. Like, it's weird. Like, and it's like when
NFC is popping.
It is popping a little bit.